Greetings, YouTube. It is I, Sakarma, coming with another installment of Total Brohammer here. Little 1v1 action. I myself am heading the Empire with the Shield of Altorf, Karl Franz, against, oh my god, I think that's Mazdamundi, but just look at him. He just looks like a human, or not human, I guess, a living ballsack. I'm sure I'm not the first one to make that observation, but it can never be overstated that, in fact, Mazdamundi does, in fact, appear as a living ballsack. Look at him. Just imagine if you are in possession of testicles. Imagine your testicles were to grow eyes, and it actually almost looks like the foreskin of a dick a little bit too. So I guess he's just got a lot of phallic stuff going on here. Mazdamundi, very phallic. Anyways, I know he certainly gets me gets my juices flowing. Am I right, ladies? And fellas, 2018. All right, army composition. Let's go through it. What is this here? Spearman shields, all of them silver chevroned. Why did I do that? Because they have pretty high stats, 48 melee defense. They're not here to do damage, they're here to hold. Saurus warriors will still cut through them with relative ease, because I think their melee attacks, actually no, their melee attacks quite low. Those are skinks. Are those Saurus warriors in this? Okay, I see. Okay, Temple Guard. But yeah, melee attack is 32 on Temple Guard. Saurus warriors, I assume, is even lower. I think it's like 28. So that's the one weakness of Saurus warriors and Lizardmen infantry in general, is that they have weak melee stats. So in terms of holding, because you're not going to win the melee fight unless you bring great swords, and great swords are going to get wrecked by dinosaurs, so it's not really a good move because you're putting a lot of investment in a unit that's very easy to get rid of. Spearmen with shields I think are a solid way to go, because they'll do okay against the dinosaurs. They'll do a little bit of damage back with that bonus versus large, and their melee attack's very high, so they will last a decent amount of time against Saurus warriors. So I brought those guys. And then I brought great swords, 2 of them, to help with the melee engagement. I brought Sigmar's Sons, who are just, unbreakable, solid unit. Again, high melee defense, 46, so again, they'll last pretty long. Over here, got Karl Franz, and you've got both of his abilities, because when you pop those, he is a terror in the night. He is an absolute beast. And I brought the Light Wizard to knock down any monstats. And then I've got 2 Outriders here. I have a Reiksguard on that flank. 2 Outriders here, and then another Reiksguard on this flank. This one, the Zentler's Reiksguard, because they are a superior version of the regular Reiksguard, and Reiksguard are already a great unit. I think they're one of the best units in the game right now. In terms of cost effectiveness, they're very, very cost effective. Outriders and Reiksguard are really the best parts of the Empire right now, which is cool, because in the last game, Reiksguard they were good, but they weren't great, and you were better off bringing Demigryph Knights, but now Reiksguard really feel like the backbone of the Empire. As for my opponent here, so Chameleon Skinks, 3 of them. A front line of skin cohorts with 1 chevron each, looks like. I guess he had extra spend, just threw into the chevrons there. Temple Guard, which aren't bad, I guess. They'll do well against Cav, but I think Temple Guard are actually a pretty bad unit overall, I've come to realize. Unless they're fighting large units, because they have 85 armor, which is pretty low. They have a lot of health, 7,800, which let's compare that to Great Swords. I think Great Swords, let's see, Great Swords are right there. 68, so they actually have a lot of health, 7,800, so that is one benefit of them, but they have low armor at 85, which is for an elite unit quite low. Regular shields, which I guess is okay. Their melee stats are regular. But anyways, yeah, so I get some nice shots from my Outriders here into these skinks, and then I'm going to pull right away, because we do outrange them. I don't want to get caught. Over here, my opponent does have a couple of Cold One Spear Riders, and then a Saurus Scar Veteran, rather, on a, not dragon, whatever it's called, dinosaur. Anyways, Carnosaur. Let's get started. Oh, what does he have on Mazda, real quick, while he just waddles his way down. Oh, he's got a lot of shit on here. So Harmonic Convergence, solid. Curse of my Midnight, solid. Apotheosis, yeah, really good. Okay, yeah. So a really, actually my preferred Mazda loadout. So what's going to happen here is I cannot engage these Cold One Spear One Riders. These Cold One Spear Riders, rather. Cold One Spear Riders? They're not riding spears, they're riding Cold Ones. They should be Spear Cold One Riders. Silly naming conventions. So they're charging. I can't fight them, because they will wreck my Reiksguard. So I want to get in the safety of my spears. Over here, I just see this too late, and I'm like, ugh, alright, well, I'll just have to take it. And I get pretty lucky. It didn't go through this unit. That was the most dangerous angle I could have taken, but I still did some damage. Knocked off a couple models here or there. But I am just whirling away at this Temple Guard, which, I'm totally fine with. Over here, he is really pushing hard on this flank, but I'm, getting shots in. But these skinks are really good. This skink Cold One Spear Rider is a really good combination against the Empire, because they can wreck the Cav, and they can ward off shooting. So it's a difficult little game to play there. But I am doing a lot of damage to his Temple Guard. Their shields isn't applying, because they're facing the wrong way. I was going to get a charge in with the Reiksguard, but I saw them bringing back their Cold One Knights, and I'm like, that's not worth it. I'm really not afraid of the Temple Guard. It's just, might as well get some damage done while I can. Over here, the Lions are going to meet eventually. Master Moody's waddling his way over here. Again, I'm totally fine with this. I've whittled this one almost down to half health, and they still have a lot of ammo left. I am going to conserve a bit, though, for these guys. I do see the Spanishman coming, but he does get it right in the Great Swords. And I don't know, it just, like, follows me perfectly. I was sending them this way, and there's walking along with it. So that was just a very unfortunate banishment. It did about half damage. Very, very good value on that one. He does get his skinks out a little too much, though, and I start charging the Reichsguard. Of course, they'll never catch them because they get poisoned, and their speed is pretty weak anyway, so they're 51. Then he does have these guys in here, but I'm like, okay, charge them in. I just think I forget them at this point. And he's going to, well, oh no, I get a nice charge in, and then I try and just run them down, and I try and get them out of there, but the veteran and this poison, they're going to catch them. I do have these spears coming in from the flank to try and help. I was going to charge in with... Karl Franz, but I decided against it till I got him pinned with a net, and then I buffed both of these abilities, so let's slow it down right now. So over here, let's actually pause it right now, because there's a lot of shit going on. So right now, Karl Franz is buffed at 508, 91 melee attack, 508 weapon strength, with a 16 bonus versus large, so he's actually at 115 melee attack versus large, armor piercing, 508 damage, so he is a monster. So Mazdamundi is not in a fight he wants to be in. Over here, the Lions have engaged. That's happening. And then over here, this Reichsguard weren't able to get out of there, and they just almost shatter almost like instantly. They're terrified, so they're going to run away, and they've taken almost no damage. These guys are starting to shoot at my spearmen, who I'm shield, so I don't mind that, but they're charging in. And then the runners or outriders are firing. It's just a fucking hectic bedlam nonsense. And then, of course, these guys are still just whittling away. So right here, I do get Mazdamundi, and look at this battle. This is actually huge. He does bring in these skinks to try and help Mazdamundi, but they're going to get caught by Sigmar's sons, and that's going to be a fight I will gladly engage in. But he is taking so much damage from Karl Franz, and Karl Franz got Foe Seeker on there too, so he had the nice little charge. So he is putting Mazdamundi down. Slack is going to give not as good as he gets, but he's going to give he's going to give back pretty well because he does only have an most first thing, but he does cost a lot of conversion on himself. Very smart move. It's not going to help in terms of melee attacks. I am going to pretty much hit every attack, but it is going to make him, trade better. Problem is, of course, that once my abilities wear off, Zlak will win this, and then, then I'm fucked. And I have no way to heal Karl, whereas he can heal Zlak, but he's taking so much damage that he's going to try and run away, and I am very much into this because I am much faster, I think. What is Zlak's speed? 50, and I'm 51 because I'm poisoned, but normally I'm higher. But yeah, so I'm fine with that. Over here, the cold ones have pretty much routed these Reichsguard. They tried to roach them off with skin cohorts. My outriders are still alive, so I'm going to bring these spearmen in. He casts a Ruination of Cities. Let's see how that does. Ooh, oh, great one. It just, that was actually a very, very good cast. Very astute, but I am able to get these outriders in here and start firing into Zlak as well. He is healing. I pull Karl Franz out because I see these Cold One Spearman riders. Actually, I don't know why I pulled Karl Franz. I probably should get them in. But, yeah. I have to make sure these guys are kept alive. Oh, I have Mazdamundi in a crossfire. I figured these guys could put him down. And then these Cold One Spear Riders are going to charge after Karl Franz, which I'm okay with. But yeah, why are they firing so slowly? I mean, we have 4 outriders shooting at him. He should be going down so much faster. I don't understand what's going on, because they're on a hill, and he's huge. I don't know why that happened. But my opponent here, so let's slow it down because there's a lot going on. My opponent here has sent these Cold One Spear Riders to charge, the Spear Cold One Riders. Spear-wielding Cold One Riders, that should be their name, after Karl Franz, but I think he's, they're about the same speed, and I think I have Foe Seeker on him, so I can make him run, and I'm okay with that. That's a lot of spend to chase after Karl Franz, who has basically done what I needed him to do, which is kill Mazda. After that, he's, pretty much expendable. Over here, these Spearmen are warding off these Chameleon Skinks, which I'm totally fine with, as long as they're not in the fight, that's fine with me. These Reichsguard have come back, but I've tried to run them away, but I probably lost micro on them, because there's other things going on. I was disappointed with these guys. I should have put him down much faster, because he's massive. How can you miss a giant dinosaur and there's 4 units? But he's starting to flee, and that way he can't heal himself. So that is massive for us. So let's go back into game here. And we are just, okay, so we're just shooting him, doing, good damage, and then eventually he's going to fall. He's very slow, and he's in a bad place, and there he goes down. Karl Franz over here, so they've lost their leadership, they've lost their magic. That's huge for us. And we still have a lot of bullets. Their infantry will beat ours. Actually, no, it won't. But their Scar Veteran will. So now we have to focus on the Scar Veteran. Karl Franz over here, and these Cold One Riders are still very dangerous, so I'm gonna start putting them down. That's they're gonna be easier to kill than these Scar Veteran. So I run them away because if I can, the Zentler's Reichsguard is still very healthy. Probably might burp there a little burpy poo. The Reichsguard is very healthy, and as such, they can pretty much defeat the rest of the infantry on their own. They do get a nice charge in with the Cold One Spear Riders, but I am able to cast an Memo Talk, and then I want to pull these guys out. I don't know if I'm trying to or not, but I want to pull these guys out right away. But I do get a nice surround, and these bullets are coming in, and they're just, you know, every piece of damage is just, it's working for me. And this Scar Veteran is wavering. You know, we do have a full surround on them. We do have pretty decent infantry in there. We have guns firing. Karl Franz is coming back, and he's going to bait them out again. And he's going to charge after Karl Franz, which is a good move because obviously this contingent will destroy Karl Franz. But with this Outrider support, it's actually not the end of the world for him, because if they do get into a fight, they will take a lot of damage. But he decides, okay, not worth it. Let's go back and fight this squad again. I try and charge these chameleon skinks, but of course you can never catch them unless you have super fast cav. He catches me with his cold one spear-wielding riders. But then again, so I lose the St. Louis Rice Guard, which is a sad state of affairs, but I do get some shots in. I get these guys to start fighting them, the Sigmar Sons, and their stats are pretty weak, 20-26, so anyone they fight will be bad news for them. And I still have Karl Franz in reserve here. I am firing in again, trying to get rid of these cold ones, trying to get rid of, because if I can, if the Temple Guard are the only ones remaining, I'll be fine. So yeah, I'm just trying to get rid of their mobility, trying to get rid of their range. They still have all these skinks, which is very, very dangerous. The Rice Guard come back, but they're going to get charged immediately, and they're going to be sent off the field. Over here, I get these gunners back in line, and they're going to start firing at this Sora Scar Veteran. So yeah, I don't know. It could really go either way at this point, because they still have a lot of shooting, and my Light Wizard is pretty much useless at this point. He's probably out of magic almost. My Great Swords, I have one healthy unit of Great Swords and just Spearmen left. But of course, Spearmen do nothing against dinosaurs, because this game is kind of strange when it comes to anti-large infantry. The Skin Courts have a lot of ammo left still, and they're very, very dangerous. And they actually aren't bad at melee, and they do play poison. But I bring Karl Franz in, again, bringing the hammer down of Galmaraz, while also wielding the Rune Fang. I don't know how he does it. I guess the Rune Fang's in its scabbard, and he just pops an ability, and boom, kills that Scars Veteran. And that is what Karl Franz is now good at. I think he actually has a place in the meta, and especially against Lizardmen. I think he's a very good unit against Lizardmen. I just charged these Chameleon Skinks with these Outriders. I'm pretty sure Outriders lose to Chameleon Skinks in melee, but I was like, whatever, might as well. And at this point, my opponent saw the writing on the wall. With the Scar Veteran gone, it is pretty much over, because they can't bring down Karl Franz, they can't bring down my shooters. I have enough ammo left, my great swords, and I have a net of ammo talk. So yeah, GG to my opponent. It was a fun game. But yeah, so as I was saying, Karl Franz actually has a place now. Last game he was pretty garbage. Last game he was great, but he wasn't as good as Boris because he didn't have regeneration, so you almost never brought Karl Franz. I mean, he was good, but there was, Forrest was everything he was with a little bit worse stats, but with regeneration, so it was pretty silly to ever bring Karl Franz. But in this game, with those abilities that he has now, they are pretty expensive. He comes in at about 2,000 on a horse, and he doesn't cast any spells or anything like that. So you compare to like a guy like Skrull, who comes in like 1,700, who's slower, but has 1,000 abilities like Liber Bonicus and all this nonsense. It's kind of hard to say that he's cost effective, but in this specific matchup with those abilities, with his already high damage ratings, he can actually let's take a look at it. Well, we'll just look at the tail of the table, or not tail of the table, whatever the hell this is called, results. I've been saying tail of the table wrong this whole time. I thought it was the results page. It's not. It's the beginning. I don't know much about boxing, but I do like it. Anyways, Great Swords performed pretty well, fighting mainly chaff. Outriders were the real heroes here. That's my work email. Outriders were the real heroes here. Whittling down to those Temple Guard, helping take care of Mazdamundi and the Scar Veteran. They weren't great at killing Mazdamundi in that one when they had him double crossfired, but double crossfire. I guess it's single crossfire. I don't know if you could double crossfire. I guess you're total surround. I don't know. Anyways, someone fact check me on that. Double crossfire. Yeah, but they didn't take him down as fast as I wanted to, but they were able to help out Karl Franz over here. The Spearman did okay. 54 kills against those laws of Skinks. 0. That's fine. 127 kills in Sigmar's Sons. Again, a lot of those against Skinks, but again, doesn't really matter. So there's Rice Guard, and these Rice Guard weren't great. I sort of threw them away. I should have played them more conservatively. It was foolish of me at the beginning. And then I was just trying to, basically stay away from these Cold One Spear Riders. Sorry. Spear-wielding Cold One Riders the whole game. So that's basically the tail of it. But again, GG my opponent, putting Mazda right away in the front. I mean, he's very survivable. He has healing. He has 8,000 almost or 7,500 HP. So you think, he can't be taken down. But with Karl Franz and the gunner support, surprisingly, he can be taken down quite quick. So, anyways, what I was saying about Karl Franz, let's go take a look at him real quick. Let's go to custom battle. Empire, where are we at here? That is the Empire. Why can't I ever find it? It's under T for the Empire. Jesus, come on. What's with the naming conventions, guys? And the sorting conventions now, too. Anyway, so for Karl Franz, you probably don't want to put him on Deathclaw, because then he becomes a large target, which just makes, bonus versus large more effective, and you don't really get enough to justify it. You get a little bit more health, 1,100, which is, a significant amount, 33%, but again, he's going to, you don't want to keep him in prolonged combat anyways. Yeah, it's not really worth it for 500. I think you're just better off bringing him on a Warhorse, or a Barded Warhorse for that extra armor. It's up to you if you want the speeder armor. It's, Go either way, really. I'd say you're probably, actually most times better off taking the speed, because the 20 armor isn't going to make that much of a difference. He doesn't have a shield anyways. So it's, 20 armor is really negligible. But anyways, so you want to bring Foe Seeker. You can bring Standard Eye. I almost never do. I don't think it's worth it. 154 is a lot, and it only lasts for, 18 seconds? It can be, it's debatable. But anyways, I like to bring Hold the Line in case it does get charged. Just because it's it's not a bad spell ability, and it only costs, 77, which isn't that expensive. You gotta bring this, and you gotta bring this. So he's at 2056, which again, let's compare him to Skrulk, who is a much better lord. Let's go, where's Skaven? There we go, Scavino. See, it's not the Skaven. Yeah, so Skrulk, you don't need this. Yeah, you're gonna bring Aura Pestilence, you're probably gonna bring that. What does it even cost? Yeah, you're definitely gonna bring that. Depends what you bring, but let's just say, you want just the summon spells. Why not? Let's just bring the summons. A lot of people just bring the summons. Okay, so Pestilent Birth, you bring that, you bring that. This is unlimited, I'm pretty sure. One of them is, yeah, Rod of Corruption's unlimited, so he constantly has the ability to do damage to people. He has Liber Bonicus, he does leadership damage when he's fighting, he does magical damage, which is actually quite helpful. His health is pretty low, his armor is pretty low, fine, but his stats are actually kind of better than Karl Franz in some way. Yeah, he has higher melee defense. Of course, he doesn't have armor piercing. It's true, but I mean, I don't know. You just, oh yeah, what is a decent melee combatant? That's his thing. Despite being primarily a missile unit, spellcaster, that's an interesting. I've never seen that. The keyword, not keyword, but I guess plague sensor. Interesting. Never seen that as like a description. Anyways, but yeah, so he's not the best lord. He's not the most utilitarian. He doesn't have abilities, spells, anything like that. He's not the greatest. But against Lizardmen, he can put a hurting on very, very quickly. And considering Empire is a second tier faction, and Lizardmen are a top tier, they need all the help they can get. And there's not I mean, for Demigryphs, we'll do nothing. We're all are the same cost, as roughly 256 difference. But look at me stuttering, like a schoolgirl on her first day. Schoolboy, they can stutter too. 2018. Anyways, yeah, 256 difference. But Royal Death Griffins suck now. They're okay against infantry and cycle charging, but against large, against non-cav large, they're terrible. Against single entity models, they just are so weak. So yeah, Karl Franz is really your best option alongside Outriders. Anyways, talking too much, as I'm known to do. That'll be it for me, and I'll see you guys around the bend.